That was Sam and Dave with Soul Man, and we got a special treat for you. It's Monday morning for sports. We've got Dave Carlson and Butch Halama joining me this morning. How are you guys this morning?
Excellent. We got lots of stuff to run through here, Brian, so let's just jump right into it. First, WIAA football, Level 1. Oliva Strum in Division 7 will advance to Level 2. They beat Blair Taylor 34-12. They will get number 1 Oshkosh Lourdes this Friday night in Oshkosh. Meanwhile, number 3 Wazeeka Steuben will be at number 2 Hilbert in that part of the sectional. Meanwhile, CFC and Pepin Alma, both winners over the weekend. CFC will take on number 5 Glenwood City, the Pirates, with the number 1 seed. Number 3 Pepin Alma will be at Boyceville. There is a potential level 3 showdown next week looming between CFC and Pepin Alma, so we'll have to watch that.
That was a great first game, so that would be a good one if they do end up meeting again.
Division 6 in a game you heard right here on WHTL Radio with me and Butch. Number 2 Mondovi advances to level 2 with a 41-6 victory over Abbotsford. Meanwhile, number 3 Bangor advanced as well, and they'll take on the Mondovi Buffaloes again in a game you'll hear right here Friday night, 6:30-ish pregame and a 7 o'clock opening kick. Darlington knocked Melman out 55-14. Meanwhile, number 1 Regis beat Unity 50-6, and number 5 Fall Creek advanced. They beat the number 4 seed Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser 40-14, and a potential level 3 matchup between Mondovi and Regis looming.
I got to just intervene, but that's a nice win. Excuse me, for Fall Creek, because they went on the road and quite a hike and still came away with a pretty impressive win.
Yep. Yeah. So Mondovi, I don't know how Mondovi would feel. Would they? I think they might be upset if Fall Creek knocked off Regis and they didn't get their chance at redemption.
I think revenge. You might be right in our conversation with a few of the parents and a lot of the fans and the coaching staff up there Friday night. They're very ready. They're focused on the next game, but they sure don't mind going back to Regis for another crack at the Ramblers.
Division 5, the number 5 seed Arcadia, they lost on the road at Winnebago Lutheran 42-26, so their fine season comes to an end. And Durand, Arkansas in D5 moves on. They beat River Valley 40-21. A few other notes of area teams. Number 1 Aquinas won, and they will host number 4 Osceola in Division 4. Division 3 Onalaska, the number 2 seed, will host Pewaukee, the number 6, this Friday. La Crosse Logan advances. They'll travel to Waukesha Catholic Memorial, the number 1 seed in D3 there. And then in D2, La Crosse Central advances. They'll be on the road to River Falls. Our Napa Parts and Performance player of the game from that Mondovi Abbotsford game, not a big shock. He's already won it twice. Now it's 3 times. Bodie Faulkner, he was 11 for 20 passing, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he rushed 7 times for 125 yards. That actually puts Bodie over 1,600 yards passing on the season, 18 touchdowns, and 1,048 yards rushing with another 16 touchdowns. Bodie Faulkner, our Napa Parts and Performance player of the game. You've got some volleyball.
Yes,
then let's come back and preview Friday's games.
You bet. We've got volleyball. We had a regional championship in Division 4 at Blair Taylor. As Blair Taylor, the Wildcats knocked off the Pacelli Cardinals 3-0 in that. Chloe Mededlik, she's been, I think, our player of the game 4 times this year. She had another outstanding performance with 11 kills, 1 block, and 3 aces. Blair Taylor will now advance on to a sectional semifinal. That you can hear Thursday night here on WHTL, as Laura and I will be traveling down to Cochrane Fountain City for that one. 6:30-ish. Again, on the pregame, 7 o'clock, the first serve. CFC had a good game, or a good match against Oliva Strum, as Oliva Strum actually won the first set on Saturday night, but CFC came back and beat them 3-1. And like I said, that you will be able to hear if the Blair Taylor Wildcats would, I guess it would have to be somewhat of an upset, as it's a 2 versus a 1 over CFC. Then we will be traveling down to Riverdale on Saturday.
Did you look where Riverdale is yet?
It's not a town. It's a merged school district of some sort. I don't even remember I think Marty and I had a baseball game down there years ago, and we got directions right to the school, but the baseball field was
what happened to
down the road.
What happened to the days where your community name was the school name? I tell you. All right, so Olivestrom Cardinals, we mentioned they'll be traveling to Oshkosh Lourdes Academy Friday night, and I think this is the kid, Butch, that all the hype is about, D1 recruit. Their quarterback, Brady Bauer, 91 of 130 passing this year for 1,285 yards and 15 touchdowns. And then on the ground, Brady Bauer, the quarterback, 103 rushes for 859 yards and 18 touchdowns. So he sounds like Bodie Faulkner, doesn't he? And then Brady Ridenauer, 121 rushes, 596 yards, and 6 TDs. So they're going to have to contend with all that. Meanwhile, the Mondovi opponent, Bangor, they're another one of those run-first teams. They're led by senior Dylan Matheson, 191 rushes for 1,700 yards and 18 touchdowns, as well as another senior, Hayden Mossman, 97 rushes, 634 yards, and 16 touchdowns. Those two boys on Friday night, Butch versus Marshall. Matheson, 34 rushes, 262 yards, and 2 TDs. Mossman, 15 rushes, 153 yards, and 4 TDs. So the Buffaloes, I think, are going to have a more competitive game than the Abbotsford matchup. But I said it again, and I'm going to keep saying it. Mondovi doesn't have a lot of holes in this team. They're pretty complete. They can bring it on defense. We saw a few really solid hits where it looked like Abbotsford was going to get a decent punt return, and abruptly it stopped.
It stopped.
Yeah. So it should be a really good game, and hopefully, if everything matches up, we get a good matchup next week. Mondovi and Regis, or whoever they play.
We're looking a little bit ahead, but we got faith in Mondovi, and this is always an exciting time of the year for playoffs. Be listening, like we said, Thursday night at CFC, Blair Taylor versus CFC, and sectional volleyball action. Friday night, we'll be right back on the air as the Mondovi Buffaloes will be hosting Bangor in a Level 2 Division 5, 6 or 5.
Hey, and one other tally to report, not exactly sports related, but the North Beaver Creek Lutheran Church, they served 1,151 lutefisk and lefse and meatball dinners yesterday.
And we would be amiss if we didn't.
And I didn't get there.
You missed out. You would have added one.
Would have been 11:52.
The Packers had a great game last night.
Yeah.
They faced their old quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
The students schooled the teacher.
Yes, last night they did. So a nice big win, 35-25 for the Packers. Brian, thank you so much for allowing us to intervene in your sports here this morning. But a great weekend, and we won't even mention the Badgers. But they did score.
We cut into their news times, too.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember, you can listen every Monday to have these two people in here who know more about sports than I do, catching you up over the weekend, and we're going to get into your news and weather right after this.
Your hometown location, 102.3 WHTL.